is CBS 4 News Tonight.
I was excited because I didn't want to get COVID, but I also didn't want to get a shot.
In South Florida to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Today, CVS pharmacies began giving out those shots to children ages 5 to 11. Walgreens started yesterday, but those special doses aren't available at every location. CBS 4's Bobeth Yates joins us live in Pembroke Pines with more. Bobeth.
Well, Carly, the youngest in our society began getting those shots over the weekend, and previously they were not eligible to get a shot, but the Pfizer vaccine is now going into those arms, and we spoke to one of those brave children who shared their story.
I was thinking that I just had to get through it, and then once I did, I was free from COVID.
9-year-old Sonia is among the first children in South Florida to get a COVID-19 vaccine.
I was excited because I didn't want to get COVID, but I also didn't want to get a shot.
But Sonia says she knew she had to be brave because of the risk of possibly catching the coronavirus was one she was not willing to take.
It's really dangerous, and a lot of people aren't getting the vaccine, and they're getting really sick.
Sonia's mom, Dr. Geeta Nayyar, says COVID is now a disease for the unvaccinated. And she adds, with everyone else in her family fully immune, she was worried about her daughter, who up until last week wasn't eligible for the shot.
Remember, if you're vaccinated, you can still carry the virus and be asymptomatic. So my biggest concern was coming home and giving it to my child. So 100%, and the guilt of that, my goodness, not to just mention the ramifications if something were to happen to her. So me and Dad absolutely terrified, worried, and we are just so relieved.
The Biden administration announced 15 million doses of the vaccine are now being made available for children 5 to 11 years old. Walgreens began administering the shots Saturday, CVS Sunday, and both Broward and Miami-Dade school districts are making vaccines available at selected locations. Now, Dr. Nayyar, who is a physician and an associate professor of medicine at the University of Miami, is encouraging other parents to take advantage of the opportunities.
Getting the vaccine is something very critical to getting us to the end of this pandemic, getting these kids back to school, back to sports, back to just having the childhood that we had. It's critical to us getting to the end of the pandemic.
As for Sonia, she has advice for other children on the fence about getting the shot.
It doesn't hurt. It's just scary in the moment, and if you're afraid of needles, you don't have to worry because it's going to be fine.
Sonia was such a brave little girl. Now, Dr. Nayyar says for parents who are still on the fence, they should contact their physician to get all the details about the pros and the cons of getting the shot. Live in Pembroke Pines, Bobeth Yates, CBS 4 News Tonight.